Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a top 5 video, my top 5 favorite stories of all time, but pending changes because I am going to read some pretty good stories coming up. So these are my top 5 right now. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Number 5 is going to be Green Lantern by Geoff Johns. I'm sure if you have been in the comics in the last, 10 years or so, you've heard of this amazing story that has 3 big omnibuses out. This happens to be volume 3. Geoff Johns did the definitive run on the character with a bunch of amazing artists, most notably Ivan Reyes, who I love. He did things with the characters that just brought the character to the forefront. And you could say it was the best run on comics for a very, very long time. The Ryan Reynolds Ryan Reynolds movie kind of killed the hype, and people are always saying, "Oh my God, you like Green Lantern? He's lame, blah 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 blah," and he's not lame. He's actually pretty great. That movie didn't do him justice. And I say, people, you need to read this great run. If you know nothing about Green Lantern, get into these 3 omnibuses. It'll change your mind. It's one of the greatest space epics, greatest comics in general. Green Lantern by Geoff Johns, number 5. Number 4 is going to be a lot of people's number 1. Number 4 is the Uncanny X-Men by Chris Claremont. This happens to be volume 2, which, has Days of Future Past in it. It has Dark Phoenix Saga. What is there to say about X-Men by Claremont, man? It is what made comics great. It's just beautiful storytelling. Dark Phoenix Saga is still to this day one of the greatest stories in the history of comics. The art by Dave Cockrum and John Byrne and eventually Paul Smith is beautiful. It's just what everyone loved in the 70s and 80s, along with Teen Titans. Dude, I love Teen Titans. It's not my top 5, but it's definitely an honorable mention. The new Teen Titans. So I can see my work apron back there. Sorry. Let me fix that. Yeah, so new X-Men. You can't say enough about X-Men. It's one of the greatest runs of all time, or if not the greatest one of all time. This doesn't have to be my personal number 1, but I definitely see all the hype is and why everyone loves it. So if you've never read Chris Claremont X-Men, what are you doing? Go read Chris Claremont X-Men. Such great stuff. Such an amazing story where you fall in love with Wolverine, Cyclops, Kitty Pryde, Colossus, everybody. Just go read this, especially Dark Phoenix Saga, man. Go get the Dark Phoenix Saga Omnibus if you've never read Dark Phoenix Saga. It starts from what would be Uncanny Volume 1 to Uncanny Volume 2, and does the whole Dark Phoenix Saga. Great stuff. Okay, my number 3 for right now is Mark Waid's Fantastic Four. I am currently reading John Byrne's Fantastic Four. I'm almost done with the first omnibus, and I'm pretty sure when that's over, that's going to overtake this Fantastic Four and put it in there. But for right now, Mark Waid's Fantastic Four, this was my introduction to the characters. For some reason, I never liked Fantastic Four. I'm dumb. But now I have John Byrne's omnibuses. Now I have Heroes Return. I have Hickman. I'm starting to collect the Hickman complete collections. I'm getting Stan Lee's omnibus coming in, volume 1. So this sent me on the path to love Fantastic Four. They're all about family, fun, adventure, but when they need to get serious, man, they get serious, and it's just great stuff. Like, to me, their battles with Doctor Doom and their battles with Galactus are second to none. And this is a great entry point. If you've never been a fan of Fantastic Four, this is the place to start reading them. So definitely get into Fantastic Four. If you've never been a fan, this is where you should start. And then get into John Byrne, get into Stan Lee, get into anything, man. Fantastic Four is amazing. And when you look at all those movies that didn't do well, because they didn't do well, they just didn't get the characters. And I'm hoping with MCU taking over the characters, Disney owning Fox, that they'll be able to do it correctly, and Doctor Doom will be done justice, because Doctor Doom is, to me, the greatest bad guy in the history of Marvel. And what this did, when I started to fall in love with Fantastic Four, well, I got the Marvel 2-in-1 Epic Collection. I did a little overview about that in my previous video. Check that out. I love the Thing. That's a good 70s run of the Thing, him doing team-ups. So this Mark Waid stuff is definitely great. It's a good entry point. You don't need to know anything about the team. Maybe if you read it, you'll fall in love with the team like I did, and you'll just take you on a journey like I've been. I'm loving Burn Fantastic Four. I can't wait to read Stan Lee's stuff. Great stuff. I love Marvel First Family. And then we got number 2 over here. And number 2 is going to be Daredevil by Brian Michael Bendis. As you can see, I'm a big Daredevil fan back here. Bendis' run happens to be my favorite run. All the things that happen in it it's just a lot of good payoff for long-time Daredevil fans, like when he fights Bullseye, and just a lot of things in this run that if you're a big-time, long-time Daredevil reader, you'll just love. It's gritty, it's dark, it's definitely adult-oriented, it's fun. I wouldn't say it's fun. I mean, it's fun because it's a good book, but like some pretty dark stuff happens. Like in all Daredevil books, dark things happen. But all the great Daredevil runs. There's Brubaker, there's Miller, there's Waid, and the Soul just finished, and then recently this last month, Chip Zdarsky took over. Great first 2 issues. But for right now, Brian Michael Bendis' run on Daredevil is my favorite. My number 2 of all time. Great stuff. But I mean, you could have picked any of them. All the Daredevil runs have been great, and you should definitely, if you've never read Daredevil, try them out, man. Go get Miller's stuff from the 70s, early 80s. Go get Kevin Smith's Guardian Devil run. Go get Bendis. Just trust me, you can't go wrong with Daredevil. Daredevil is a great character, my personal favorite, and this run's amazing. All right, and then my number one book of all time. There's lots of other good books. Like I like Uncanny X-Force is great. I love, like I said, New Teen Titans. There's Wolf Simonson, Thor. There's lots of good runs. This is just my top 5 right now I can think of. But my number 1 has always been my number 1. All right here, you can see it. My first little cube. Invincible by Robert Kirkman. Okay, Walking Dead is good, and then good, and Outcast and his new Unbelievable song is okay, but Invincible. I did a whole video on the beginning of my channel about how great and why I love this book. This book begins when our main character is a teenager just getting his powers. He becomes a superhero. He learns. He gets his first girlfriend. Falls in love. Everything. You see him go from a kid to a man. All the trials and tribulations that happens in someone's life, getting superpowers. He's basically, how I would always explain it, is that he has like a Superman powers, but it's like the story of Spider-Man. He's a teen growing up, figuring out, getting his life together. So it's great stuff. There's a good twist in the first volume. I always tell people, if you're gonna read Invincible, make sure you get past that first volume, get to that twist, and then make up your mind, because once it hits the stride, like 3-4 those volumes, it never stops. The art is amazing. For the most part, it's done by the wonderful Ryan Ottley. And Ryan Ottley, who is currently doing Spider-Man, but he got his fame on this book. And I mean, like, look at this art. Look at that art. The art is beautiful. Beautiful stuff. This volume I actually got is volume 6, which is known for his fight with Conquest. Very crazy, scary, bad. Look at that. The gore and the blood and this fight is insane. I would say it's probably, look at that. This fight is probably one of my favorite depicted fights in the history of comics. It's so well done, well drawn. The stakes are insane. Where is it? There's a part I want to read you guys that like gave me chills when I saw it. Gave me chills. Right here. So he hurts his girlfriend really badly at the time, Adam Eve, and right here, I'll read it to you. It says, the bad guy Conquest says, "Dead? Good, I take it. Now I have your full attention." And Invincible, our hero, says, "I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future, and you don't live to see tomorrow." And when I first read that, the first time I read that, I was like, ooh, stuff's gonna go down, stuff's gonna go down. And I was stoked. And the art just engrosses you, the story engrosses you. Some people say it loses you. I don't think that loses you. I think the art keeps you in the whole time. There's twists, there's turns. It's all original, great stuff, great characters he created. Yeah, he may be inspired by other people, but Robert Kirkman, this is his great job he did. He's gonna have a Amazon show coming out next year, and there'll be a movie coming out. So definitely, if you've never read this book, this is my number one of all time, and I implore you to please go read it. So yeah, like I said, there's other stories out there that are my all-time favorites. Not all of them that are favorites of mine, but I just couldn't fit it in here. Like Kill Be Killed by Edward Baker's great. I actually just got Black Hammer in, which I'm really excited about. I hear really good things about this. I'm getting volume 2 and 3 coming in tomorrow, so I'm gonna start that. Maybe that'll jump up in my top. I don't know. Like I said, Burn Fantastic Four is probably gonna get up there. I'm sure. I'm reading it and I'm loving it, and so I'm pretty sure it'll get up there. What I'm excited to read after Burn Fantastic Four is Captain America by Mark Waid. I love the Fantastic Four so much. Captain America is my number 2 character of all time. I've never read the story, and this is Mark Waid's favorite character to write. I love Mark Waid's writing. Like his Daredevil was great, Fantastic Four is great, and so if you see the right Captain America, this is a full-on book. I hear great things about it, so I'm excited to get this. Maybe when I read this, I'll do another top 5, and this will be number 1 again, or number 2. I don't know. Again, number 1 or number 2. Who knows? But the top 5 that I have to show you guys is the top 5 that I have right now, and I love those books. So if you've never read any of them, I definitely give my full recommendation to them, and think you guys should check them out. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, like I always say, subscribe, follow, like, all that stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. More content soon. Hopefully I'll do a haul video once I get all my books in there. I'm waiting. Like I said, I'm waiting for Stan Lee's Fantastic Four. I'm waiting for Silver Surfer by Dan Slott. I'm waiting for Black Hammer and some other books coming in, and I'll do another haul video. People seem to like that one. Last one I did. So anyways, like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Comic Book Heel out. Peace.